just a bloke in a bar.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Bloke in a Bar, the DMP, the greatest, one of the greatest review shows of all time, in my opinion. We haven't even started, and I think it's going to be that. I've got two gentlemen here that look fresh as a daisy, ready to rip and tear. Unfortunately, State didn't rip and tear last night. How you been, boys?
Oh, I've been better. I've been way better. You know? The best part of my last 24 hours, Denon, is that I ate too much Maccas and laid on the couch. You know? That's
probably the right amount of Maccas. If you want to be.
Yeah, that's the highlight. That's been the highlight. Listen, we were saying earlier, we win the first test in Edgbaston. We show the Poms what's up. We show a bit of Aussie ticker. Now,
we also won the high ball competition.
We did.
So we got everything off to a flyer.
So we're 2 from 2. And then, you know, I make the mistake of thinking that the State will have a crack too. You know?
No.
Like, obviously, I've had a crack. Me and Tom had a crack. We won the high ball comp. We know that. It's well documented.
Yep.
High ball world champions. Tick. Australia. Edgbaston. Bazball.
Famous
win.
See ya.
2-wicket win. Pat Cummins. Skip. 44 knot.
Blue
Proud
eyes.
New South Welshman.
New South Wales Blue Eyes.
Who's at the other end? Proud New South Welshman, Gary the Goat, getting the job done. Couple of New South Wales boys delivering.
Isn't Usman Queenslander?
Gary the Goat's not Usman
Usman's
Khawaja, different people.
No, they are different people.
And Usman was not at the crease when we hit the winning runs. He'd been bowled.
So
he
didn't contribute?
He was out. He was out. Okay, we needed New South Welshman to get us out
to
of
the end of the day, and he didn't.
But
So,
the mistake we made, Tom and I made, two proud New South Welshmen, won the high ball comp, well documented, is that we thought our footy team might show the same amount of ticker. We were wrong.
No, it was a pile of poo, didn't it?
Pile of poo.
It was a pile of poo.
And
It was a shit game of rugby league.
it was awful. They honestly, this is no disrespect to bush footy, because I'm a big fan of bush footy and
Eddy,
its work.
Rugby league, bush footy walked so rugby league could run.
That's exactly right. The game owes bush footy a great service.
Yeah.
Is that the term? Probably not. But that was bush footy. The last two games that we played are fucking bush league, rugby league.
Do you reckon it was a tribute, maybe?
Matt, what do you think? Maybe like
Well,
a
listen,
tribute
if it was
band?
a tribute, it was
Like a
the wrong
cover band.
time.
Yeah, you don't do that. Like, we didn't ask for a cover band. We wanted the Rolling Stones. Don't give me the Rolling Stones cover band, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't give me a bush footy tribute show. Play State of Origin Rugby League.
Like, you know, you can roll out 1,000 fucking Elvises at the Parks Elvis fucking parade.
It's one of the great festivals.
Yeah,
by
one
the
of the
way.
great festivals. Shout out
I
to
think it's
Parks.
premiere on the premiere on the sort of the Elvis circuit.
It is. It's a must go to if you're an Elvis aficionado. But
Fascinating.
we all know that that's not Elvis. Elvis is dead.
No, Elvis is dead.
So this is not bush footy. This is Origin footy.
Well, listen, if you're playing bush footy in the Origin Arena, you need to get your head read, because it's not the time nor the fucking place, Denon.
We've Eddy and I, with our own money today, we just financed a study into how an entire team of rugby league footballers can suffer from aphantasia, given that the general sort of ratio of people who suffer aphantasia in the community, you know, like we were looking at the
Would it
stats.
be, I don't know what the stats were. Would it be 1 in 100,000?
Yeah, so
maybe
have
higher than that.
17
Do you know
players. Do you know you're aware of aphantasia, Denon?
You were
Oh,
about
I was going to say, let the punter and the dribbler know there. What's that?
aphantasia? Basically, if you close your eyes and I go, imagine Billy Slater shirtless.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? You've got
On
an
a
image.
horseback.
You can do it.
on horseback.
Yeah,
You can
do it.
see, but you can
sort of
see
see
him
it.
in your mind's
Yeah.
eye. People that suffer from aphantasia don't have a mind's eye.
they can't imagine
They
it.
can't. They can't create mental imagery.
Okay.
So how do you set up a try, for example, if you can't even imagine what you're going to do? It's like it's actually a condition.
Well, in this case, it's a curse. How
Yeah.
can you score rugby league points, Denon, if you have no imagination?
Mate, I don't know.
It's difficult.
It's difficult. Well, you just got to play eyes up footy, and unfortunately, you just didn't do that.
Well, even then, you can't imagine what you're about to do. I don't even know how they get around day to day, to be completely honest.
Well, it's instinctual.
Yeah.
And even that wasn't good enough. I mean, we've scored one nice try. Luai to Liam Martin, game 1, that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, what can I say, boys? there's something
Maybe
to
you
get.
can stop fucking smiling at me like that.
There's something to get, and I don't think you got it.
Well, we don't even know what there is to get. That's the problem. If
Yeah.
there's something to get,
We don't know about
we don't even know about it.
Dude, we don't even know about it. That's how
we're
far
not-
off the pace we are.
You're
What
like,
is
oh,
it?
you don't
What do we
get it.
need?
You're like, oh, you don't get it. I'm like, we don't even know what to get.
No,
though.
I don't
You know
even
what I mean?
get what I don't get.
What is to get? Is there even a getting to get?
Tell me about it, dude. I mean, what is this? How you like? We need to. If we need to know it as a friend, you should tell us.
What is it? What do you get?
I don't know. I think there may be certain prerequisites that you guys don't have to get it.
But I don't know what it is.
That's what I mean, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not a good situation to be in. That's for sure.
Uh,
How are you, mate?
I'm absolutely fantastic. Look, incredible performance by the boys. Lindsay Collins just ripping it a tear. And Ruben Cotter, third position, third origin, in the handful of best players. Reece Walsh, hot boy, you know, bit of headbutting here and there, running off the field, pumping the chest.
Yeah, it was cool.
Really, really sexy
It was
stuff.
cool, dude. I can't like. It was cool. That was cool. Reece Walsh is cool. Sorry, I can't help it. He does the headbutt melee and then he walks off smacking the bloody badge in Suncorp. It looked cool, and that upsets me. But it was cool. So what do you do?
He's a lippy. He's lippy, but he's backing it up.
Yeah.
You know.
Where's the Fox? Dog shots.
Yeah.
Walsh?
We didn't need that.
That's a
Didn't need
brain
that.
explosion.
We didn't
that
need
was a
that.
brain
He's
explosion.
a good man, I'm sure, but that wasn't a good look. And then you're hitting the New South Wales badge. I was like, that doesn't look as cool.
No, it doesn't. Not when you get pumped 32-6 and show no ticker. It's just it wasn't great. Fucking Queensland had to play. They just humped us. It's as simple as that. We got fucking humped.
Dude. We got humped. But I mean, listen, and we've said this on our show earlier, but like, I'm glad that despite the fact that New South Wales had a man who has played centre before, was a schoolboy rugby union centre, is being pursued by rugby union probably as a centre, I am glad we didn't use him when we did have an injury in the centres, because why would you do that?
Well, it wouldn't make any sense.
That wouldn't make sense.
It was actually a masterstroke from Freddie, if you think about it. A bloke that's played centre, been poached as a centre, can do a job as a centre. Fuck using that guy.
No.
Fuck that guy. Let's use a hooker.
Well, let's
right?
throw the fucking, what one would assume was a planned hooker rotation out the window, and we'll get this bastard.
Oh, there's no time for planned hooker rotations.
He said.
What's the point of that?
Freddie said post game, he goes, I chatted to Cookie before the game, and it was like,
before you ran on,
But
said you
like,
might have to play centre.
Yeah, you might have to play centre. I'm like, that's
The fuck does that
that's
mean?
an awfully specific conversation to be having just before the game, isn't it?
Yeah. You might have to play
You
centre
might have
tonight.
to play centre today.
Oh,
Good, righto.
thanks, mate.
I might have to play halfback as well. What else you got for me?
Very,
Why,
very
though?
strange.
Why?
Yeah,
Denon? Why?
I thought
Why?
that was...
Why, Denon?
Why?
Look,
Don't answer the question. Why?
I'm trying. I'm trying to look for the answer, and I can't seem to find it either. Now, maybe it was because Damien Cook's speed laterally, and we actually did, the great Gurino and Timmy, we did speak about...
Never heard of him.
We did speak about before game one that Reece Walsh's speed will be a real concern for the edges. And so maybe Freddie is like, shit, I can't afford to put a guy that isn't quick laterally with Reece Walsh just ripping and a tearing. So maybe that's what he was thinking. But I personally think it was definitely the wrong call, in my opinion. You've got to put Cam Murray there and keep your hooker rotation.
It was also
Poor old
good.
Reece Robson was running to the dirt, the poor
Yeah, he
bastard.
was. It was also, I
What's the
think,
stick
a stroke, and again, don't know what I'm talking about. What a caveat. Stroke of genius from Freddie to actually just leave Murray on the bench. I actually thought that, why would you even bring him on? We should have just left him on there all night.
I think
Tactically, you keep the Queenslanders in two minds. Will he come on, won't he? He never comes on.
Exactly. I think that's probably where he got it wrong, was bringing him on.
Yeah. Everyone's saying they brought him on too late. I'm saying, why would you bring him on at all?
I think he came on too early, if you
Yeah,
ask me.
much too early.
Listen, I didn't want to see him in the first half. That was a big tick,
No.
so thank God for that.
Yeah. I was
but then
stoked
to bring
to get
him
to halftime and realise I hadn't seen him.
exactly, but to bring him on in the second half seems strange to me. I tell you what was a masterstroke though, playing Stefano for 13 minutes in the first half.
Yeah, well, a big
and just
guy,
leaving him
I
on the
mean-
bench, that was great.
Now, he must have one of the worst engines of all time, Stefano, if we thought that he was tired after 13 minutes, not ready to come back on. Or again, what Freddie has been seeming to do is pick plays he doesn't want to use. Which is a tactic I hadn't exactly envisaged.
It's modern 2023 rugby league, so pick blokes on the bench, don't use them.
Don't use them.
Yeah.
Leave them.
Ignore your bench.
Yes.
Play with 13.
Yeah.
Use the 13, believe in the 13 you've got.
Yeah.
Okay? and fuck the 17.
Yep.
It's all about the 13.
It's interesting tactics. I don't know. I'm not a coach.
Listen, I think he nailed it. I think he nailed it.
Yeah, I actually would have started Cam Murray. I would have started Liam Martin. I don't know why they weren't started.
When Cam Murray came on, you were like, oh, who the fuck's that thoroughbred? Who the fuck's that gorgeous man?
100 metres in
Absolutely
30
ripping
minutes.
and tearing. Who's that guy? Very strange
Get that
stuff.
guy off the
Liam Martin, and again, why didn't he start? I thought what was strange as well, Dan, we were saying before in the green room. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Isaiah Yeo and his work, and I'm a big fan of him generally. He's a Dubbo boy, and I love him. But I was surprised, I think, to see him playing first receiver both sides of the field.
I didn't
in the
realise
attacking
he'd
20.
been picked at halfback.
And 5'8".
Yes. Mitch Moses playing 13.
Well, I think Mitch went to the shitters and didn't come back in the second half. Didn't see him. Isaiah seemed to take over the role.
Yeah. Isaiah was like, no, it's all right. I've got it.
Yeah, I've got it. No, I'll play 5. I'll play 6 and 7, both sides of the field, taking 20, no worries. And listen, I'm going to fucking show and go a fair bit too. I hope you don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm going to show and go, baby. Little bus.
Listen,
Just trying to. That's exactly right. Just trying to channel his inner Cam Munster. Now, is he built like Cam Munster? Is he as elusive as slight on the feet? Is that the term?
Light
On the feet.
I don't know what you're saying.
Probably not. But at least he had a crack.
I tell you who has a rugby league crack every time they lace up the boots, Denon? Brian To'o. He just is always. He just was like, he was having a red hot crack. Same with Payne Haas. Like, there's a couple of them in there that had like a crack.
Brian To'o is never...
Brian had a crack though.
Like, he's never not a rugby league handful.
Seriously.
Comes in off the wing and just...
Every time.
A couple of I think he fucking was hitting it up a couple of times a set at one point. Just like, give me the pill.
Mate, he bloody Ruben Cotter.
Yeah.
Like, no one does
No,
that.
no.
One does that. He is... To'o is unbelievable. And his consistency...
Payne seemed to have a dig.
Payne was fantastic. Both games.
Yeah.
I thought Paolo had a good little stint. I think that it's a tough conversation because I thought Moses had a good first half, second half really, really quiet. And so even though he was solid, at the end of the day, you've got a similar problem with a new halves pairing.
Yes.
And that is you get field position, you have the possession, but you can't execute.
Yes.
No.
Do you think that...
That's exactly right. It's
What
not like we
he-
didn't have any field possession.
No, exactly.
Mate,
We were spending
like
a lot of
60%,
time. Yeah.
literally 60% field position.
We just couldn't like.
Same with
that
game
was
one.
that was the most frustrating thing, was seeing like just how clunky the attack was. It was just like what is going on? But Mitchell Moses, I thought when he was playing well, which is the first half early on, like he still seemed to me to offer more spark than I've seen Cleary offer in just that energy and like the attacking sort of energy. But you're absolutely right. That's all well and good, but we can't. If you suffer from aphantasia, it's impossible to score points.
I would say go back and watch Game 3 last year. I think Cleary won man of the match.
He was
Game two.
Us-
Game 2. We
No,
lost
Game 3. I think he didn't get. But Game 3, didn't he win man of the match for you guys?
No, we lost Game 3 last
No, but
year.
for you guys, I think it was his team. Yeah.
I don't celebrate matches in
losses.
I rewatched it a few days ago or whatever. He was actually really, really good when you rewatch it. Anyway, that's beside the point. I think that it's time for pretty substantial change.
To'o goes. I mean, not To'o, fucking Luai. Sorry.
Luai's got to go.
Luai's gone.
I don't. Those
As much
those
because of
comments
the
this morning
Instagram
didn't
shit.
help,
Yeah.
obviously. But if you're looking for a deep, powerful gurney, like you want to get in there, you want to gurney out the side, I think, Tom Denon, that we should be bringing back City Country and just going, fucking prove yourselves, gentlemen.
You reckon City Country is the reason we're losing?
I don't give a fuck, mate. All I'm saying is, if you're looking for new troops,
Yeah.
it also has an opportunity to bring back basically the grand final for nut truckers.
Well, that's true. The nut trucker fucking grand final.
Basically a nut trucker
But,
convention.
I mean,
City
like,
Country.
it seems like the biggest issue is just being able to create points because we are able to get like our it's. You know what I mean? Like our outside backs are actually good. Like there's not a shitload of people that you're like they shouldn't play anymore. It's really just the attacking.
Well,
Like,
you
whoever's
win most of the game. Like most of the game is won by New South Wales.
We just don't score any points.
But you don't take your opportunities. Whereas like,
But I don't feel
Queensland
like we
take
set
everyone.
up opportunities.
That's exactly
like we
what
get
it
into it. If you're talking about field possession being an opportunity, yeah.
Yeah, like capitalising on field
That's
position,
what
yeah.
I'm.
Yeah. But we don't seem to set up anything.
Nothing.
Our plays seem to be eerily similar as well. They all look the
That
same.
was
They all
just
look
like
very
out the back,
predictable.
and then someone jams in, and we don't do anything.
Yeah, it's so hard because you're playing against Munster and DCE. These guys have been together for like 5 years now, and just been.
Yeah, but even when Toto and fucking Cleary were together, they won comps and shit. They were doing nothing.
Luai.
Jesus Christ.
What's with you and Toto, bro?
I love Toto. I love Toto.
You've got Toto on the brain.
yeah, I mean it's fair. PCM King.
Even when Cleary and Luai were together.
I just think, like, for example, you could look at that game last night. Did Munster have these huge moments? No, he didn't. But he was so good for us. Like, all these little things he did so well. Even, like, the Moses chip kick. If you go back and watch that again, Munster is already turning before he puts the boot to ball. That is such an instinctual defensive play that we always talk about his attacking instinct. That defensive instinct is unbelievable. Also, if you go back, DCE's try-saving tackle against Crichton was unbelievable. Like, that was beautiful. But
that's manly spirit.
well, what was it?
Yeah, he was
spirit.
overcome with manly spirit.
Yeah, for sure,
You could
for
tell.
sure.
He actually said as much.
Yeah. Was he yelling manly as he did it?
Peninsula pride. Yeah, he was. He was screaming out manly.
But if you actually, so that was incredible. But what I think is even more incredible, if you screenshot when he makes that tackle, there are 12 Queenslanders in the shot.
I've seen the screenshot. It's alarming.
And so basically, the
only
next
other
play,
New South Welshman is Tile.
fucking top. And so the next play, we essentially had 12 defending the line, and then Fafita gets in for the next play. So we're ready to go straight away.
And again, don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but it seemed like with the attack there, rather than like engaging the defensive line, it was just like, I know you're meant to like shift the ball quickly to where the space is, but like they sort of just did it so early that the defense that was back
and
was just
slide.
able to completely slide with it.
Yeah.
Whereas you guys did it
basically
Cherry Evans
a
makes
play
that break
later.
from Carrigan, who's just so fucking good. Cherry Evans makes that break, and then bang, it gets across, but it's like you're beating defenders as you spread.
Well,
the
it was a
ball.
draw and pass. Hands will do it.
Hands will do it, draw and pass.
go short, don't
against
go
the
long.
defender.
Go short, go long. Simple.
Yeah, we spread
just
it from
didn't do
Critter,
it.
and I think it got out to the wing, and I was like, oh, okay, shut down.
I think also, I personally, look, Teddy is a New South Wales legend. That will always be the case, regardless of what happens going forward. But I do think when you compare the way he plays and how Reece Walsh plays, you guys really missed that ball playing. Like, look at Reece Walsh, 4 try assists in 2 games in his first 2 games ever. Whereas I just think when Teddy gets out the back, he's just not as silky as maybe he once was. I don't know whether...
I don't think he's ever been as silky as like a Reece Walsh ball player.
Oh, he's
like
never
a
been as silky
ball-playing
as
fullback,
Walshy.
right?
But, like, for example, 2021, you tore us apart and he was fantastic.
Yes, yeah.
And now maybe that was more Tommy and Trell, but I do think that going into next series, his position will be under pressure.
Yep.
I think, yeah.
But if you're gurneying the side, are you doing it for game 3?
Well, look,
They won't, but
it's
like,
easy for me to say because my job, like, I don't have to suffer the embarrassment if you lose 3-0. You know what I mean?
It stinks of sweep a little bit, this thing.
Well,
It reeks of it.
So what do you go? Do you go
can't
for pride-saving 2-1 lost series, or do you go?
You win. Whatever you need to do to win.
Well, that's
No, I don't. Like, I'd be
building towards next year.
I'd
What
be
I'm
building
saying is-
towards next year.
Yeah, but that's fucking probably still... Does that still involve a good gurney? Like, you try to
Well,
win...
no, but he's saying do you gurney now or do you gurney after game 3?
I'm saying if you don't gurney now and you get swept, it's like, why didn't you just gurney and have a crack? Like, at least if you gurney, try to win with some new players. If you don't win, it's like, well, fuck. Like, we won't win
that's what
before.
I would do.
Yeah.
I would do.
So that would be gone now at
But
Tedesco.
the pressure from the public and whatever is just like, do you want to be the coach that got swept 3-0? Like, no,
Well,
probably
you're
don't.
fucking staring down the barrel of it no matter what you do, though, right?
Yeah. So I personally would be whatever the combinations were, and all of the selections would be based towards next year, because at the moment the concern for New South Wales is your team is actually older than our team.
Yes.
Our team
How
is
fucked is that? We were this young hot boy throbber side that's now just in a second
Gone.
older.
old.
Whereas
Even though
Your boys are young.
young as
Most
shit.
of them.
Dude, young.
Young
Most
as
of them are
shit.
Like
fucking
kindergarten
young.
sort of
Yeah.
shit.
And I think like one key thing that is really in our favour is every player that goes to play there could be playing average at club but they just like Coates, for example. He's been average all year. He was outstanding last night. Tuolangi, incredible.
Yeah, Murray's been fucking elite.
Nanai,
Banana kick.
banana
kick for Hammer.
Banana kick. Maybe this was the wrong. You know what?
Listen, it was wrong state,
We
we
did
say
predict
it.
the banana kick.
Yeah,
that
just
is on
the
the public
frequencies are a
record.
bit off.
Sure.
Even Nanai, like I know he threw that silly pass, but just his first run to be whack, right foot, bomb, big fen, line break, you're just like, that's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot.
He's good, dude. He is
Oh
good.
my God. Fafita, I thought was outstanding. I do want to give massive credit though. Moses' defense was phenomenal on Fafita. Phenomenal. Like he actually won the contact in some stages, which is, unheard of against a guy like Fafita. I thought Reece Robson was really good. I thought it would have been.
He's all pecs, Reece Robson.
He's
all pecs.
Did you notice how
all
how
pecs.
pecky he was?
He's pecked out of his mind.
That wasn't like chest. You usually have to
Chest
like
protection.
chest guard. You can see it's misshaped.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is perfectly molded pec.
No, that was all pecs.
This is
All
pecs
pecs.
He's a
from
barrel.
heaven, dude.
He's a barrel with arms.
Dude, serious.
Really,
pecs.
really nice to look at. those pecs.
I would have loved to have seen him get some like. Cookie comes on and then he gets some minutes as a front rower. I think he can be like Cotter. I really do. I think that he is a similar body shape. He rips and tears. I thought he was great in defence last night. I see a future for Reece Robson. I really do. I thought he was outstanding. Lindsay Collins, wow, that was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Reece Walsh, 2 try assists, 7 tackle breaks.
Reece is a good footballer, isn't he?
Oh man, he's a little terrier.
That kid can play rugby league.
He's a rugby league footballer.
Is that it for Ponga?
Well, I would never
In the
say
immediate
is
future.
that it, but like
Injuries pending, obviously.
injuries pending. But like Reece Walsh now being at a club that hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, continues to play really well and is at the top of the table. Very hard to lose your spot.
Well, could you bring Ponga in once Ben Hunt retires? He's 34-ish now, isn't he? Like where you'd have Harry Grant to 9 and Ponga on the bench.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Ponga could play for a little bit in the depending on if he gets through, quite a few games without worrying about his head or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think it's over for anyone really.
It'd be crazy to say it was over for Ponga.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure. He's too talented. But I mean, DCE's playing the best footy of his career.
I know.
Yep.
He's been fucking ridiculous.
Like, I can't believe how good he's gotten at Origin. Like, there was periods there where he was under pressure as a 30-year-old.
You guys didn't appreciate what you had. We always
That
saw
was
it.
it.
Well, we stuck with him. We stuck
yeah.
with him.
Well, you did, but you were pretty close to turning on him.
Yeah.
as
But
a
we didn't,
state.
though.
You were turning
As a
on him.
state.
You guys
No,
used to
it
turn
was-
on him.
it
You guys
was
were all
pressure
over,
out of love.
turn on
If
DC.
Manly didn't have his back, he would have retired.
Yeah, us specifically.
Yeah. Well, Tom and Eddy, I mean, I think he credits us privately with all his success. Proud of you, brah.
Yeah. He's got us to write the forward
that's
for his
right.
book he's releasing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said,
Yeah.
could you guys write the forward?
Even
to
after
my-
you just
to my
pounded
book?
you like so many times.
Listen,
Well-
that was yesterday. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He knows that he couldn't have pounded us if it wasn't for us.
Correct.
So you're essentially pounding yourself.
Yeah. So we're in full control.
Planned to perfection.
Yeah, Reece Walsh outstanding. Tino was unbelievable as well. Like, that's the thing. When you look across 1 to 17 with Queensland, every player played well. Like, there's no one you could point to. Like, even Valentine Holmes was ridiculous. What are your guys' thoughts on the first two
Val's
tries?
only fucking 28.
I know, it's wild. What are your thoughts on the first 2 tries?
I think that they were like, the Val one, I can see how in this world that's a try. Like, isn't that they give it? I think it was a bit how you going, but like, whatever.
Well, they changed the rules at the start of this year where as long as it stays touching something to the ground.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It looked
I
like-
thought you had to have
Control.
No, they changed it at the start of this year.
Okay. Well,
Right.
if it's that, then that's a try.
Well, then
Yeah.
that makes sense.
The other one was a forward pass, but even if it had been passed backwards, it wasn't like it was.
But it was
wasn't
forward.
like the try was scored because the pass was forward. You know what I mean? Like,
But it was forward, though.
It was a forward pass, but it was like we were getting fucking run through. It didn't
Yeah.
change
we
the
didn't
game.
lose the game because of that, but it was forward. And
Yeah.
that just is what it is,
Yeah.
right? And like those things happen. I get it. Whatever.
But
it was like
I love
it was
Ashley
a pretty
Klein
line call, but
throwing around
it was
penalty.
forward.
Like, you know, usually you see an Origin game, like, how good is this? Has been a penalty for like 6 months, and then like just in the first minute, Ashley Klein
Do you wanna
already
guess-
throwing him. I'm like, Jesus.
Do you want to guess what the penalty count was for both games so far?
what?
19-10 in favour of New South Wales.
Both games combined.
Yeah.
That's only 4 off for a game, you know. It's-
19-10.
But dude, that's a lot of penalties, even for Origin. I feel.
Well, that explains why we've always had good field possession. We just haven't fucking done anything with it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Couldn't be more in our favour.
Yeah,
I think game one
We
was...
just haven't even, like, I just can't get over how little opportunities we've had to score tries. As in, we don't even get close to the line.
No, we've created we are close to the line for most of the game. We just don't.
But I'm
do
saying we
anything.
don't even. It's not like someone's fucking. You're putting a back rower through a fucking bit of a gap, and he's just got there but held up. Like that doesn't happen.
No one's even being held up.
No, none of that. Nothing doing.
Penalty count last night was 9-4 and then 10-6 in the first game for you guys. So
Great. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah.
now, let's talk about positional wise. What changes would you make for New South Wales?
Can
for
I be
next
honest
year?
with you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I have no fucking clue.
I would put Trell to fullback potentially if he's like comes back and plays well. Not that I assume he will play well, but like comes back and it doesn't. I can't have my heart broken again. Like and have Trell being pulled out of the game. So like only if he's fucking ready.
What about the ghost Dylan Edwards?
See, do I think we're going to be a better side? Like, is the Ghost better than fucking Tedesco? Do we need to like more Penrith players? I mean, I don't mind. I like the Ghost. I'm pro Ghost. You know that. We all know that. Let's have it on the public record. I'm pro Ghost. But I'd prefer Latrell at fullback maybe, and then you go Campbell, Graham, and Critter in the centres.
I do think that the Penrith core is probably days are over.
Yeah.
I think you're more picking on
Luai
rather than
gone. Cleary's injured.
yeah. I think
Cody Walker, I would like to see have another crack.
But like, so okay, so if you're getting rid of
Cody
Penrith
Walker,
players,
not just. I'm just saying that the idea was like we've got this Penrith core, so we're going to play this type of footy.
Yeah.
I think that idea needs to go, and it's
Yeah.
just like, you know, the best players in the best combinations. Go for example, you look at Queensland side. There's no real like core of a side. Like
No.
it's just DCE suits Munster. You know, Nanai. You know what I mean? Like
it's just honestly, it's like you've all just got, it's just stars, just great rugby league
and they're
players.
just all kind of being picked to play a specific role. Like, for example, Fafita didn't even play anywhere like his normal. All he did was take tough hit-ups.
yeah,
Like,
true.
that's not how he plays at club. Like, he does take tough hit-ups, but he's more of the try scorer in that.
Yes.
All he did was just run hard and straight. Like, did his job.
Yeah, just did his job. I mean, I'd start Cam Murray at 13.
I think it's time to start.
I think
Murray
that's
at
what
13.
I'd be doing.
Yeah.
I think I'd definitely be doing that. Like Liam Martin still rips and tears. He can stay there.
Liam Martin would start as well for me.
Yeah,
I
I'd start.
I don't understand why they didn't start. They're Australian players.
Yeah.
Would you go with would the new halves pairing be Moses and Nico? How's that? Is it like
As in for three?
styles-wise? Yeah. Like I think I like Cody Walker, but I'm also thinking like Cody Walker's 32 if you're trying to look for the future. But then also is like the best team is you pick who is good for right now, not 5 years ago.
Yeah,
like 5 years later.
probably Moses and Nico. Next year, I would obviously see how everyone plays, but I'd have Cleary at 6. And then if Moses continues to kill it, I think Moses could be a 6. I really do. I think he's got enough speed, good ball running.
So you'd have Cleary at 6.
No, I'd have Moses at 6, Cleary at 7. Or if Hines keeps killing it, obviously you put him at 6.
Yeah.
In regards to the outside backs, look, you're in a tough spot now. You know, Trell obviously goes straight in. Tommy,
He's the way his season.
well, his season's over, but also like, you know, going into next year, he'll have to have an unbelievably good year for example, it's not just a walk-in spot now for Tommy.
No, he's got to play good footy next year.
Yeah. Whereas like this year was a walk-in spot, like
Yes.
no matter what.
Yeah, exactly right.
I think unfortunately the Fox's position probably under pressure. I think that if, you know, unless he comes out and kills it next year, you'd probably bring in Campbell Graham, stick him on the wing.
But you might have Campbell Graham in the centres.
Yeah, potentially.
If Trell's at fullback.
If Trell's at fullback. So there'd be quite a few changes for sure. Quite a few changes in the forwards. To be honest, like I thought your forwards did a pretty bloody good job. Like I didn't watch the game going, you're not getting. I didn't sit there going, oh, they're getting dominated in the forwards, they're getting no momentum, they're not good in defence. Like as I said, he's dominated field position. That all comes from your forwards.
Yeah.
So
That's just not the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is
Awesome.
creating scoring opportunities, and that just hasn't happened. And it's doing my head in, and I don't know where to go from here. Like, who's the logical successor to Freddie if we're to fuck him off?
yeah,
I
exactly.
don't fucking know.
No, I don't know.
Who?
We were saying the Guru. We'd actually want Guru.
want
to coach
Guru
the
I'll
to
back
do
New
it.
Guru.
South Wales.
Yeah.
I'll back him in.
Well,
I'd
imagine
back
having
Guru.
the New South Wales coach on fucking your show every Monday.
Maybe you ask him.
Mate, what a get that'd be though,
Mate,
right?
costs
Like
too
the
much.
insight you'd be able to get from Guru coaching the
Mate,
state.
you send me fucking broke.
Well, surely he just does it for the love of the show now. I mean, I don't...
Yeah.
Can we start that? Can we get a change.org petition going if we get Guru to coach New South Wales?
I reckon he's up to it. He'd get out his little book of this kid could be anything, and I mean, stop picking Queensland kids and start trying to identify some New South Wales stock. You know, where's our own Ruben Cotter? Where's our Ruben Cotter?
I reckon Reece Robson can be that guy. Maybe not as good, but similar.
I liked
I'd
what
like
I
someone
saw.
as good, Denon. I'd like someone better, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Where's
he was-
our Cam Munster?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Do we have one?
I don't think we've got one.
Have we got one laying around somewhere that we can fucking that hasn't,
What's
that hasn't
the
been given an
legalities
opportunity?
around cloning right now?
Well, they cloned a sheep, Dolly.
Yeah. Is there any
So
way
it
we
can be
either-
done.
You want to clone a monster?
Well, we were also thinking
Wow.
about going, but I think we were talking about this on the stream.
If you
last
clone in
night.
Sydney, born in Sydney, like keep that clone
Yeah.
in Sydney till they're at least 13, then they have to play for the state.
Yeah.
Then you've got 20 years until you can play him, though.
So what?
We've got to start somewhere.
We've got to
mate.
start somewhere, exactly. And if we get to 20 years and we haven't fucking won a series, we'll go, fuck, we wish we cloned that Munster back then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
a good
also
point.
if the clone doesn't sort of come on like we'd hope, then we would assume that in 20 years' time we've worked out how to time travel, and we'll go back and we'll get 05 Joey, bring him back, start cloning him up,
Okay.
keep him on ice, and we'll just keep rolling out an 05 Joey.
It got so
whenever we
desperate
need
last night that we started to hope and pray that 05 Joey would start to come out of the ground like cicadas and win us the game. Didn't happen, which was
it.
disappointing.
Or we were going to get GI, alternate universe GI, like the one who...
So the Greg Inglis that
acknowledged
actually
he played for like
played
the Barraville.
the Greg Inglis that goes, you know what? I
New South Wales.
actually am going to play for my people that raised me and fucking, you know.
Yeah, the great Sydney. And also where Israel Folau did the same thing because he was also born in Minto in Western Sydney. So that was, we were musing about that being a possibility.
Okay. All right. Who's been your player of the series so far?
Fuck off, Denon. I don't know, mate. Like, I mean, you just want me to go down on some more Queensland? Is that what you want?
I think at the moment it's between Collins, Cotter, and Carrigan.
Carrigan's been fucking good.
Yep.
So good.
Collins, Cotter, and
Hammer has
Carrigan.
been so much better than I anticipated.
He's only missed one tackle.
Yeah.
Mate, when Stafford Toa ran a train on Valentine Holmes, I was like, oh my God, this Origin's going to be so easy. Like, Hammer's,
gonna be so easy.
This is going to be
Yeah.
fucking piece
Honestly,
of piss.
this was meant to be the easiest win of all time.
of all time. I'm like,
Trell
oh
and
my
Tommy up
God.
against Hammer and Val.
Yeah.
Get
Fucking
outta
hell.
here.
Turbo plays one game and doesn't get any ball, and Trell misses both games. It's just been a fucking disaster. It's been an absolute
It's been a
disaster.
disaster.
And
It's been
Hammer's run a train on us.
Yeah, Hammer's absolutely.
And so is Holmes, to a degree.
Val, yeah, look,
To a
Val has...
lesser degree,
Val, yeah.
but he's gone pretty well.
I mean,
Two
he's scored
tries?
a couple of tries. It's a train. You know, you expect that sort of... I'm now used to that sort of a Val train, you know what I mean? The Hammer train was new and big.
You're not
Yeah.
used to the hammer.
No, I'm not
big.
used to that. It was new and it was
Oh
big.
no, not used to the hammer. Yeah, that was tough to handle.
Found a way to do it, obviously. 'cause I'm a
Obviously,
professional.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
Still here to tell the tale.
I'm not telling you, though. Don't
No,
ask. I don't want to
don't
talk
ask
about
it. I
it.
want to go over it. I'm not going over it.
But I live to tell the tale. Maybe one day I will. But most likely I'll take you to the grave.
Yeah, I'll take that. Great. Yeah.
Thoughts on Stefano only playing 12 minutes?
Great. Loved it. I
Yeah,
actually think it was too many minutes.
Yeah, it was too many minutes.
It's actually on either side of half time.
no, that's
Is
what
that
I
correct?
liked.
Yeah,
That's
either
what I
side,
liked. 6 minutes after this half.
6 minute burst.
But he was fucked though.
No, apparently
he was
really-
so
he was
exhausted.
he
Did you
was
see how
tired.
fucked he was after 6 minutes?
Yeah.
He was like exhausted. I was like, get him off.
Get him
Don't
off
put him
now.
back on.
No, leave him off.
Yeah, leave him off. Can you? I mean, we've been over Freddie and the interchange before, but like, if we go into game 3, do you have to pick 17 men, or can you just go? I don't want a bench.
Yeah. And like, what if we play with 13, but every goal we kick's actually worth 3? Because, you know, like we're going to hamstring ourselves, but like, you know, give us something on the other side. Give us some upside if we, you know, don't.
Or like maybe you could go like, winner takes all, Billy, 13 on 13.
13 on 13, last try wins.
Or first, depending on which one we get.
And if we don't score any, then the game doesn't end.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Don't be a pussy, winner takes all.
Yeah, don't be a pussy, dude.
Would you take that bet?
Bet the shield on it.
Would you bet the shield on?
Why would I bet something I already
No,
got?
but would you bet
Would
the
you
shield
bet
on
the
it?
shield on it?
I wouldn't need
Game
to.
3.
'cause I've already got
But
it.
would you?
It's like betting your
No,
own
but would
property.
you? No, but would you?
It's like someone without a house betting someone with a house. Why would you take a bet with a guy that didn't have the house?
I'm just saying, if you were made of the right stuff, would you
For a
do
bit
it?
of fun, Denon.
Would you bet the shield on a game 3 decider?
Yeah. It's a decider.
I would love that chat though. If he's
What
like,
about aggregate score? Can you do something like that?
We'd still need a big one.
you need what, like about 50 points?
50 points.
Not impossible.
You scored 44 game 2 last
We've
week,
scored
last
50
year.
before. We have scored 50 before. I'm not so sure. I like those as like best players. I think that's pretty good. I think Carrigan's been pretty hectic. Carrigan just rips. He rips.
That whole forward
Runs
pack
hard.
rips.
They do.
They just rip so hard.
They really do.
There's another play as well. So the Lindsay Collins one, when Jerome Lawler stepping back inside, jams him. The ball falls out, and so he wins that. It's a knock on. But if you watch what happens after that, like Paddy Carrigan has no safety for his own, like doesn't care about his own body. He dives head first, and him and Liam Martin's head just go boos, and Paddy Carrigan has the ball. And like little moments like that, that little extra to get the ball, even though it was a knock on, like that's what was so good about Queensland last night.
I tell you what's really fucking unsettling me, like making me feel really uncomfortable, almost a bit squeamish, is that our attack coach is Joey Johns. And nothing's doing. It's got me a bit wigged out. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know where we go from here. I don't know where we go. Can I be honest with you? I don't think anyone knows. I get the feeling that we've fucking run out of ideas already.
Like you and I are usually pretty, we're never short of an idea.
Oh, you and I have got ideas. We want to clone fucking Munster and like go back and get Gal and GI and fucking talk sense into him and bring him back. Like we've got ideas. I don't know if people that actually...
We're like the Walker brothers. It's like they will never bring him into coaching, but every time a coaching job comes up, it's like, what about the Walker brothers?
What about Tom and Eddie?
What about Tom and Eddie? Where's anyone ask them? It's like, they're really fucking hard on this cloning idea, which I don't think we're going to be able to get off the ground.
I tell you what, Tom and I would bring if we were given the role.
Keys to the state,
take over from Freddie and just try and do a job. Mate, we'd be going down the Coogee Pav and fucking lighting it up.
Yeah.
Fucking
the whole it was oppressive regiment.
As if this camp hasn't been the most intense you've ever seen.
Yeah, well, it was a bit strange because like even Queensland had their bonding night. It's like almost tradition to have your bonding night when you first get in.
Fucking Munster and JT are laughing on the fucking
Footy
on the
shows,
news. Joey's
Joey.
like almost about to have a hernia. Freddie's not answering questions. I'm not fucking talking about the team I picked. Righto, Freddie. Jesus Christ. Sorry, bruh. Like, it's been so intense. You can't have a drink. It's just the energy's felt really off. Then you hear like they're getting worked like dogs in training. Like, you're not going to get fitness now. It's a bit late for that. I don't know what's going on. But if Tom and I were taking over, boys,
straight to the Pav.
Bring your horizontal season stuff. I know it's not the time of year, but we're making it the time of year.
Yeah.
Put your fucking slides on, baby. We're going to the Pav.
And look, scandals are sweet as long as it's not illegal or etch.
No.
Listen, don't make it etch. Don't be etch.
Don't be etch.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't pick etch guys.
No. Oh, okay.
Not my side.
Okay.
So everyone's cool, and we just go down there and we get right into it.
Okay.
For 5 or 6 days, and then might throw the steeding around every now and then. And
on the beach.
On the beach. Because, mate, these guys are the best in the state. You know what I mean? It's not like they don't know how to play footy.
No, dude, I think that they're picked because they do know how to play.
Well, that's what I'd be saying. I go, boys, you know how to play footy. Go out there and play it.
Yeah, I don't need to. You don't need me to come and tell you how to play footy.
No,
you're playing every week.
That's exactly right. Who am I to tell you how to play footy?
I'm an MC.
I'm a coach.
I'm just a coach. I'm just here to keep things loose. Basically, organise the bus and what is it, Dezo drivers.
Loose. Well, we won't be Dezo, but we'll organise the Dezo drivers.
I mean, that's what Freddie should be doing.
Loosey goosey. We'll be master of lols, baby.
Yeah.
Get the boys really relaxed. And I'd just say, listen, go out there, play eyes up. Not eyes down, eyes up.
Yeah.
Throw the fucking footy around, throw the pill around, and have fun.
Have fun.
Fun.
I will say I did like Queensland's their ability to have the courage to spin it coming out of their own end. They actually did it quite a bit, and it spread your big forward pack, because you had a massive forward pack. Laterally, it spread them quite a bit. So I just think game plan wise, I feel like Billy absolutely nailed it, and
it's crazy seeing that Queensland coaching, the coaching staff, and it's just the same bastards who as players just gave us nightmares for all those
I didn't think
years.
it could get worse.
Now they've just moved into coaching and they're just dominating that as well. You're like,
I didn't think
you
it could
guys
get worse.
piss off? You guys just
Do
fucking
you reckon the
go
NRL should
away.
just sanction them out of the game?
Bullshit, dude. Like, you guys had a sick team, 8 straight, whatever
It
the hell
is actually.
was.
It's not fair.
It's
greedy.
bullshit, dude. We've won 4 out of 18.
Are they being greedy?
fucking
It's
hell.
extremely gluttonous.
And now you're in and you're coaching, and you look like if it wasn't for Billy's grey hair, you'd think he was playing. He's so
He
hot.
probably could play, bro.
Probably could.
And he says the right
He
things.
says all the right things.
He's like an old bush poet. He's
Yeah,
just,
he is. He's
a bush poet.
he's like
dude.
a bush poet, mate. He's just killing it.
He's a bush poet.
It's very unfair. It is. It's unfair. 4 in 18 years. I mean, dear God, have mercy on my soul.
That stat, 4 in 18 years, is fucking so far.
It's scat, dude.
really
It's
scat.
super scat.
like, holy, that stings. That really would sting.
It does sting.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's stinging. It's stinging bad.
Okay, let's get.
But if you had to pick, so let's say they get rid of Freddie legitimately, who do you think they would give it to? Do you have any idea?
Oh, mate, honestly, I've got no idea. And like, I initially I was like, Freddie should get one more year, like before the game.
Yeah.
But
No
just
way.
just some of the decisions.
I think it's time to go.
Well, just some of the decisions in Game 3. I thought that had all been sorted when he brought Reece Robson in, and it looked like, you know what, we're just going to emulate what Queensland do. Like, let's just do that. And then they get Cookie and put him at centre. It's like, bro, we just saw last week and 3 games before, Queensland just puts a wide running forward there, and they just get it done.
Yeah.
I don't. So that's getting beaten 32-6 or whatever. And some of the decisions, I just, like 13 minutes for Stefano, Murray not on till the 48th minute.
Too soon.
Arguably the best forward in the game, Cam Murray.
Yeah.
That's why it was so brilliant.
That's when I'm like,
That's why.
Well,
that's why it was
I mean,
so genius.
yeah. Well, as we said earlier, he could only have eclipsed that by not bringing him on at all.
At all. That would
That would have
been-
fucking wigged Billy out.
Dude, Billy would have been like,
Wait,
what's going
happening?
on?
Oh,
Hold on a
fuck,
second.
game over.
and then so some
Whoops,
people,
New South Wales win.
I have seen the yarn that like,
That's imaginative.
I have seen the yarn, oh, it was because maybe his groin injury or whatever. But then I was like,
Cool,
don't
let's pick
pick
an
him.
injured player then.
Yeah, don't pick him now.
Pick an
right?
injured player, perfect.
Like, for example, I personally
He didn't
don't
look
think-
injured.
He didn't look injured. He killed it. He fucking
didn't
come
look
on and
injured.
killed it.
He
He
didn't
was
look
like one of your best. So, yeah, I do think there might be time for change. I do think there might.
Would they sack him mid-series? Surely not.
No, that's disrespectful. He's an Origin grade, and the stuff he's done for New South Wales Rugby League should not be diminished
No.
by this last few years. Especially the country stuff and for the community. He has been unbelievable for rugby league.
No one's bringing
Yeah,
that
for
into
sure.
question. It's
No,
just
absolutely
there was the stark reality of 3 and 4 and the way we're losing, and it's like, okay, maybe it's time to move on. He's at like 6 series. It's not nothing. It's quite a tenure.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of the
It's
second
like-
longest.
Second longest.
Second longest.
But I honestly have no fucking clue who they would go to.
Because like Desi's gone, Titans, obviously. You got Ricky Stewart, but obviously he coaches clubs. So
I don't
it's
think
very
you can
hard-
do both
club and thing,
anymore.
Well, especially when you hear, like even in the press conference last night, Billy Slater was like, I watch as much rugby league as I can of the Queensland players. So when they were giving Lindsay Collins raps, he said, I want everyone, when you can, watch the Roosters. Don't watch the Roosters, just watch Lindsay Collins. He does so many little things right. And so like that's why Slater's selections all paid off, because he's literally watched hours and hours of each player. So instead of looking at the broad strokes of how their team is going or maybe the big things they've done, he's looking at all the little like little key things. And from day dot, their motto or whatever was keep your feet moving. And that's what one of them.
It's one of my favourite. It's like a very new rugby leagueism. It's keep your feet moving. It's like, well, if you just keep your feet moving, if you don't stop moving, anything's possible.
Well, anything's possible. You win rugby league games that way if you keep your feet moving.
Well, if you stop,
Because
if you don't move your feet, you
that's
literally
right.
cease to move.
That's exactly right, and
It's gonna
that's
be a
what they've
problem.
worked out.
Yeah, they've realised that if I
It's taking a rugby league genius to work that
Yeah,
out.
well,
To be like,
Billy
if you stop
Slater-
moving your feet, you won't move.
You won't move. You won't go anywhere. You won't actually find yourself near the ball either.
Yeah.
So we need you to move
Yeah.
into spaces where
you
there
actually
might be
can't move it.
opportunity-
You can't actually get around the field.
No,
unless
if you don't,
move your
if
feet.
you don't move your feet and keep it moving, you're going to get left in the fucking dead ball. Like you may not even make it out to the fucking field.
You'll be in the fucking locker room.
No, you'd be in the.
Locker room.
You'd actually still
Or
be
on
in the
bus.
sheds.
Yeah, you'll be back at the hotel. You need to be moving your feet. It's actually smart of Billy to pick fucking
He's a fucking genius.
people that know how to walk.
Yeah,
We didn't. Clearly, we didn't.
we didn't.
It's actually Freddie's actually the longest tenure because Phil Gould was split into 2.
There you go.
Yeah, wow.
Okay. Time
So-
to pack it up.
So yeah, I do think it's time to definitely look at that. But everyone's been sticking the knife into him today. Not just you guys. I'm just going to say like online and that. Let's just remember what Freddie has done for the state. Like far out, he has done so much for rugby league. Matty,
as long as you're attacking the decisions, then I think it's okay, right?
Matty, what did he used to do?
Well, he still does it. So basically, every year before he was coach, because he went for the job when Laurie got the job. So instead, he was like, well, Queensland are on 8 in a row, or they were 6 in a row, whatever they were at the time. And he started to notice that like heaps of like young New South Wales fans had never seen the Blues win, and they just start going for Queensland, coupled with all the work he'd done with youth off the street, which is like homelessness with kids. So he kind of like combined both of them, got heaps of people together like Danny Badiris, Nathan Highmarsh, et cetera, and every year, they still do it, every year, got on their motorbikes and went around New South Wales raising money for the youth off the street, while also like putting on clinics for schools in remote areas to like make kids like New South Wales again, which kind of what happened. At the same time, he took over the pathways. So he pretty much set up the pathways, was the coach of the 16s and the 18s for about 4 or 5 years, and brought all those players through. So Freddie's done so much for the state.
And so I agree with you. Like if you're critiquing his decisions, for sure, that's a part of the fucking gig.
Yeah.
But I think some people, let's remember what this guy's done for fucking.
It's also funny that we've been so shit in Origin for so long that Freddie's got to drive around on motorbikes with like DVDs of when we were good, rolling into classes and being like, "Oh, I know you don't fucking know this, but check this, watch this fucking game."
Look at
we
Joey.
killed it.
Look at me in 2004.
Everyone's like, "What the fuck? We did win! Holy hell! I love New South Wales." No, dude, I'm telling you, there's no lie. We used to fucking smash them.
2004, I come out of rep retirement and bloody smashed the Queenslanders.
Kick I did, or the charge down my last ever game, dude. We're good.
Oh my God.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
that's a real service. That is a service. Driving around with just one DVD.
or a VCR. You remember the old TV that you'd wheel out?
Yeah. He's dragging it behind his bike.
Who does anyone spring to mind? That's the thing. Does anyone spring to mind?
Matty Johns is the only one that sprung to mind.
Well, he might.
Why would you?
Why exactly? That's what I'm like. Why would you?
Why
the fuck would he?
I reckon he'd go well. But he won't. We've already asked him. He said no.
Close personal friend.
Because your friend.
Matty Johns.
But outside of him, honestly, Guru.
Yeah, no, it's Guru, dude.
It's got to be Guru.
It's Matty Johns or Guru.
So Guru and Timmy? So Guru and Timmy's assistant?
Well, no, Timmy can be an assistant if he wants. It's up to Guru. He'd have to pick his own stuff.
Well, that's true. I tell you who he won't be picking for fucking, high ball coach. Matty the Waterboy ain't getting the job.
No, you're not. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
Can we like just sift through this propaganda, because there is a technicality that happened here.
No, there isn't.
My sources tell me that Guru and Timmy caught all the balls that were thrown at them.
Yep.
Did you catch all the balls?
Well, so now hold on a second. Let me just ask a question for you here, right? Like, if you're in a team, let's say we're in a team together. You score 2 tries, but I let in 3.
But wasn't the team? Isn't it Beers and Break Even team?
We rocked up expecting.
Yeah, so it was 3 versus 2.
So exactly.
So we were at a disadvantage. We're up against it.
That's more chances to lose, though.
Well, no, you could have brought in. We didn't know. We thought they were
we
bringing in a
get more
weapon.
kicks.
No. Because we had to try and we caught as many pills as fucking
Your
Guru.
team did.
Exactly. So there's less pressure because you've only got to stand up twice.
So
we had to stand up 3 times.
Yeah.
So they caught 4. You caught 4 all up.
Yeah.
So that's a draw.
Well, no, because it's 3 on 2, and their third member failed to catch a single ball. Yeah. And it went to the final round. So
do you know how sudden death works?
We didn't create this game to be champions. It was up to the Parramatta Eels. And listen, they wanted us to lose. They were sending the balls. You watch Guru takes like 2 steps and just stands there. I'm like, well, these are the easiest balls of all time.
It's because he gets it.
We didn't. Well, we actually got it for the champions. They sent the balls to the moon for us, and it was only
to the moon.
Burton bombs. You get burton bombs.
If you saw how far we had to run to get ours,
we essentially were catching ice blocks when they landed.
I saw.
Yeah.
I saw.
So listen, there's no propaganda here.
Are you aware of the concept of sudden death? Right.
It was 2 versus 2.
No. Are you aware of it? Are you aware of the concept?
I'm aware of the concept.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah. So for those that aren't, when we're told, listen, it's now sudden death high ball rugby league football, if you drop one, you're fucked. And I go, not on my watch, bruh. And Tommy goes, Not on my watch either, bruh. And we go, swallow pill, swallow pill.
Hadn't you already lost, though?
No.
Should have gone to sudden death.
Cometh the hour, cometh Tom and Eddy.
But it shouldn't have gone to sudden death.
No. When it went to sudden death, we won. And that's when you win.
Did you, like, we didn't run this event. We didn't.
You're acting like we put it on.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
We were invited. We were flown out there. And
Flown out there?
I know.
How long was the flight?
5 minutes. We were flown out
4.5, who's counting?
Yeah. To, put on a show. They sold it out. Everyone left before the game. They came to watch the pre-game bomb catching. We won. Famous scenes. Matty can't catch. That's okay.
Matty didn't even get a hand on it.
But so Matty won't be on Guru's coaching staff. That's what we're saying.
Yeah,
Guru should coach.
No, he'll be a part of the team. Don't worry, we'll find a space for him. We don't just let
Hey, buddy,
we don't let
you
people
don't tell
go.
us about coaching New South Wales. Thank you very much.
No.
You aren't a part of the New South Wales hierarchy.
Guru's a loyal man.
Sure, no one that comes to State
He's
of
literally
Origin.
a professional water boy.
No, maybe we'll do that then. He's a water guy.
He's part of the team.
But you're
See,
filling up
that's
water.
what you don't get. We try to find places for people we love.
But he's not going to be. I said he's not going to be the high bomb coach. That's all I was saying. I'm saying he's not teaching the boys how to take high balls.
Yeah, you did
That's
say
all I
that.
was saying.
Yeah,
You did say that.
Check the tapes.
Anyway, my vote is for Guru.
Okay.
I vote Guru.
Timmy assistant. I like Timmy as an assistant.
Yep.
Well, he's winning our tipping comp by a mile.
Yeah.
Or would you go rogue, like Choc Watmow or something?
Well, I don't mind Choc being a part of the setup, Eddie. That's for sure. Just
Bit
for a
of-
bit of mongrel, right?
Yeah,
He's
he
manager
got
of
hot.
mongrel.
He has so much. He'd be dying to get the
Minister
mongrel
for
out.
mongrel?
Well, that's if he goes into politics, Eddie. I think in rugby league terms, he'd be the manager of mongrel, for the side at least. Mongrel steward.
The mongrel
The
merchant.
mongrel steward. We need a mongrel steward.
Yeah.
We're missing a bit of mongrel out there.
Yeah.
Bit of,
How's Breaking the Yips going? Any updates on that?
We have not got any updates, actually. We're just waiting to get everything clear.
We're waiting to give an
away for this
update.
golf day.
Okay.
We're waiting to give an update,
So
which
it's
we
like a
can't give because
teaser
it's not
for a
locked in.
trailer, kind of like what they do
Yeah,
now
exactly.
on
Yeah,
YouTube.
exactly. Where it's like, everyone's like, a photo is leaked.
Yeah.
Of Ryan
You're leaking a
Gosling.
photo of Breaking the
Yeah,
Yips right
yeah,
now.
There's an update coming.
Yeah.
Know that.
Early August golf day, though, is basically it broadly. I just can't give you a date.
Can't give you that. Not locked in.
No.
In fact, I think we might have come up with a date the other day. I've forgotten it. Not important.
No.
Not important. An update coming. So that's the update.
Okay. So give Breaking the Yips a follow on Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff. And also, obviously, Hello Sport. Had a great... if you want to go and watch the boys watch some politics last night,
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
to
no,
YouTube?
it was a very successful political.
I can't believe how passionate you guys are about
Well,
politics.
rigorous debate
Yeah.
really gets me
Love
going,
state
mate.
politics.
Politics has always talked to me, spoken to me, whispered to me.
Okay. Now, just from a Queensland, we've spoken a lot about New South Wales and the direction. Now, it seems like a stupid question, but like, what direction do Queensland take in regards to? Is it set? Do they need to change? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is there any little tweaks that you would make?
Don't think so. Nope. I wouldn't make a single
Pretty
tweak.
good.
But also,
32-6.
you got Billy. Like, if basically Billy's at a point now where whatever the fuck he says goes, you know?
Yeah.
I will say though that he's in, and I feel like he's going to go and have continued success. But he's in the same position Freddie was when he came in.
Yes, he is.
He's now the daddy of Queensland, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, as in, like, so men want a daddy, and he is that daddy, and then women want a daddy, and he's that daddy. You know, he's a daddy for all.
Yeah.
And there'd be some men that want him as a daddy.
Look, I'm not convinced on this daddy chat. I don't think
No,
I'll ever
Billy's the
will.
daddy of Queensland.
like a
dude. He is. He's
generational
got
thing or
grey
something.
hair.
No, he's Queensland's daddy.
He's Queensland's daddy, dude.
Yeah, and you love it.
You don't like Billy being your daddy?
Yeah.
No.
Why? But he is your daddy, though.
I have one father.
Yeah, but of course, but he's the state's daddy.
Yeah. I don't know if I can get on the daddy rhetoric.
Well, it's not about whether you can or not. It's a
no,
fact.
yeah,
it's like,
I'm
you're
sorry,
like,
but
I'm
it's
not
not
going
up
to
to
get
you.
on this
Oh,
whole like
apologies.
Sky's
It's
Blue
not like
thing.
it's not.
like,
You know,
no,
it's not
sorry,
like,
dude.
oi, fucking Billy's not like he's no longer a daddy because Denon doesn't want him to be a daddy.
No, he just
That's not how
is
it
a
works.
daddy, right?
He's
Well,
just
he's not-
a daddy.
he's
You're
not
either
my
a
daddy.
daddy or you're not.
Oh, okay.
He's the state's daddy. So in so facto,
Eddie,
he's your
I thought
daddy.
you were anti-daddy a while ago. Have you come around to the
No,
daddy
but
chat?
mate. What I will never do is tell fibs, porcupines, lies. I see a daddy.
Okay,
His
so
name's
you-
Billy,
Okay.
and he's your daddy.
Yep.
Now-
I'd love him to be my daddy.
I'd like him to be my daddy too. I wonder if there's so if I'm just following the trajectory, if we're assuming that Freddie and Billy are having the same sort of origin coaching careers, does that mean next year we'll have one of the worst sides of all time and win?
That's what the pattern would suggest if they're on the same trajectory.
Okay. If history literally repeats itself, I mean, that'd be cool.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I'd like a win.
You know what? Maybe you should just pick like not a good side.
Pick
in
the worst side we can, but full of dogs.
In hopes of just like we either win the series or we have a massive punch on and win that one.
Well, listen, I'm going to have to talk to Guru before I make any decisions about the future of the side.
Mate, what about how good your YouTube chat was with Guru?
Yeah, he was mad, eh?
Fucking heaps of views, heaps of comments.
Yeah. People love
People
Guru.
love the great Guru.
Yeah,
no?
they love
They
the
love him.
Guru.
I love to see that.
Yeah.
I love to see that.
Mate, he's a dude, the Guru.
He is a dude.
Mate, born on rugby league grand final week, like that's when his birthday drops.
No.
Like,
I
is
watched
there anything
it. I
more
watched
like
it. It
rugby
was so
league
good.
Jesus?
It was so good. And his voice is rugby league. He's got the voice of rugby league.
He's got a perfect voice.
Hey, you know what? Every episode, he has to have soothers there.
Does he?
Yeah.
Because it's so like
Because just so...
just raspy, sexy. He's got a sexy
That's
voice.
how raspy is.
He goes low, doesn't he?
Oh, he goes low.
What about Justin Holbrook?
What, you want him to coach New South
Yeah.
Wales?
Yeah.
Stop.
Shit.
Get a
Maybe.
pommy. Oh, is he a pommy?
No,
he's
he's
not. He's
Australian.
Aussie.
No?
No, I think I'd prefer.
Well, if you wanted a laid-back vibe, Gold Coast Titans have been laid back for a little
Well,
bit.
they've been very laid back. So laid
Almost
back
too
to-
laid back.
yeah,
Almost
not
I was
winning
like so
games.
laid back you forget they're a club.
Yeah. Yeah.
No offense.
No fair. Des Hasler named as coach. I think it's a great signing. Des is still a good coach. If it was, like, I don't think he. I love Anthony Seibold, and I wouldn't change him for the world.
Yeah.
But I don't think Des Hasler should have been sacked.
Would you change him for the universe?
Maybe for the universe. If the universe was out, like the world, I'm prepared to go no. But for the universe, I might have to say, Siebes, buddy, I'm gonna switch you out.
I actually think it's a really good signing with Des Hasler because like they need a guy that is almost crazy.
Yeah.
Just to go, oi, this whole idea of like being chill up here and
Yeah.
everything's all
Meter
good.
mates,
Yeah.
Kempy's a city boy, that sort of shit.
If he says that in his first speech, fair enough. I'll cop that.
You'll cop it.
But I think that he's the kind of guy that will just refuse to have that kind of chill attitude, which is that they just can't anymore. They can't just be the team that can attack, and not be able to defend. I think Desi is the right guy, led by Tino, big Tino in the middle there as a captain,
Reuniting with Foz, assuming he stays around, Poppy Foreign.
and also, who knows? Maybe that's enough to get Benny Hunt up there.
Maybe. I heard a rugby league rumour about Benny Hunt.
Yeah, whisper or a shout.
Oh, it's a whisper. It's a dribbly whisper.
Okay.
Ben Hunt to the Cows, Chatty Townsend to reunite with Flano at the Dragons.
Okay. That makes a bit of sense. I mean, I don't know if
Doesn't
it's
make no sense.
It doesn't make no sense.
Yeah,
Like
but
there are
it's
done
not like for like trade, but
no, but well, you'd obviously have some. I love
Cash.
the Tigers offering him $1 million. Apparently, it's like, of course they are. Sorry, Tigers.
I love how it just gets out so quickly at the Tigers.
know,
Like a
dude.
day's gone and we already
Maybe
have a
people
figure.
are just assuming that it's like Tigers offered Ben Hunt $6 million.
You know what? A journo just said, put it out. Tigers offered $1 million and then called them and they were like, oh yeah, we did.
No, we just did it. We actually just got off the phone. It was more than that though. It was more than that.
I think it's good. Justin Holbrook, look,
I
can
think
you
it's
say
reasonable.
I think it's reasonable for sure. Can you say it was bad? Not really.
He wasn't successful.
But he also wasn't successful there.
if you're judging it by the metric of
I mean, they're just outside the 8 this year.
right,
Yeah.
they never made the 8. They make it once maybe in the
yeah.
final. Yeah, like it's if Des Hasler's out there and your coach is sort of middling, like I'm like, get me fucking Des Hasler if it's my club.
Do you reckon Des was offered the Dragons job?
I don't think the Dragons are smart enough to do.
I don't think they
something
would
like
want
that.
his like
Yeah, they don't like people
will.
telling them what
Yeah,
to do.
because he would come in and be like, it's either my way or the highway.
Yeah, right.
Whereas the Gold Coast Titans would be willing to do that because they're looking to.
And Dez's hair, I think, plays on the Gold Coast.
Oh yeah, it plays.
It doesn't. It's
fucking
like it
plays,
sort of
man.
does with the Dragons because of the Illawarra part, but like it really plays on the Gold Coast.
It doesn't play in Cogra.
It doesn't play in Cogra. Or what is it? The
Gong.
The Jubilee Net Strata.
It does in the Gong a little bit.
No, it does in the
In the
Gong.
Gong,
But it suits
the,
Gold Coast
the
more.
problem is you got to rock that in Cogra.
You're not
from
rocking that
time
in
to
Cogra.
time, and you can't.
No, it's a Gold. It's
That's
a Gold Coast
Goldie.
hair, dude.
He'll get really bronzed and tanned up there,
Yes.
and hot. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't rule out him starting to wear some sort of jewelry, some chains, perhaps.
Yeah, like a really thick bracelet.
Start surfing.
Gold.
You
Yeah,
boys should start
gold.
surfing with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
should
We
start
asked,
to-
we're right. Do you want to hear something cool?
I think I've seen it, but I'll
We're
let you.
sponsored now.
Yeah.
By who?
Billabong.
I saw that.
Listen,
Are you really sponsored? As in they
Yeah.
followed you and they've also agreed to
No,
sponsor?
they're-
well,
they're-
no, they've given us wetsuits.
They give us wetties.
So essentially sponsored.
That's actually
we got to declare it to the government. Sure, probably. I mean, I won't, but like,
that's actually pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like even if it is a weddy, that's still fucking cool.
Well, they're not cheap.
we're sponsored surfers.
High-end weddy.
Your sponsored surface. You can have sponsored in your like bios now, but even in your personal ones.
We'd say professional because it's obviously like now.
Well, because if you're going on the QS, which we are, and you're sponsored by one of the biggest surfing brands in the world, Billabong, you are technically
you're a professional
surfer. So you are talking to two professional surfers. No bullshit.
Okay.
No bullshit, dude.
Maybe you could teach Desi how to surf up in the Goldie.
Well,
He's
I'm
not
a
our
pro.
coach, mate.
I'm a pro, so I could.
But he's not my coach, so I'm not doing that.
Oh,
I'll take Siebes out for a wave.
I actually fucking, if you'd said to me when I was a kid that I'd be a pro surfer when I grow up, I don't think I'd believe that.
Mate, I wouldn't either.
No.
But even
Okay, you're talking shit.
Mate, even like 2 weeks ago.
If you said to me when I used to wear
you'll be a
Billabong
professional
denim 3/4 jean shorts around, I used to wear them to year 6 form and shit. If I told that kid that in the future he'll be sponsored by Billabong as a pro surfer, I would say, get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here. I've never even seen the water. I'm living in
I can't
Dubbo.
swim.
You can't swim. What are the odds, man?
And here we are.
I don't think enough
Here we
made
are.
of it.
What a weird world.
It is strange.
No one's fucking
put me
made
on
it.
the fuck. We should be on the fucking front of the paper or
Well, why
something.
Dream,
hasn't like
believe,
Sunrise
achieve.
called us and been like, breakfast TV? Why?
Are we the first marathon ambassador / pro surfers ever?
I don't know of any others, but I mean, I couldn't say for sure. I'd feel like it's us and us alone. On top of that pile.
Dream, believe, achieve.
Yeah.
Dream, believe, achieve.
Fuck, I'm impressive.
Yeah.
Watch all the big games, 9 now. Last night was actually really good. I didn't have any issues in regards to streaming. I think it buffered maybe twice. Outside of that, real smooth experience. So watch all your rugby league that's on free-to-air TV on 9 now.
So significantly less than you'll get over a
Best commentary team. And it's the way to do rugby league. Let's get into...
Hang on, just before we get off Des, Mal Meninga's come out, said he basically has no idea, no one consulted him about this Des Hasler, Justin Holbrook sacking, and he's basically said, I don't envisage being a part of this club moving forward.
Oh. Scandalous.
Wow.
Wow, rugby league just keeps
What
on
was
giving.
Mal doing up there?
Culture.
Senior advisor, it says here.
Yeah, it was a vibe, minister for vibe,
They're like, nah.
Consultant.
Interesting.
Rugby league consultant.
rugby league consultant.
That's
I mean, it does.
That's a bit of a nah, bruh.
You don't
That's a
you don't
quick
even
nah,
tell
bro.
him though.
Yeah,
That's a bit of a nah, bruh.
Not communicating with is a bit strange.
Very rugby league though.
Like,
very
Mal
rugby league.
Meninga,
It's like, did you tell like one of the main sort of stakeholders in the
and the guy that got 8 in a row.
No, we didn't tell him. Why not? Okay, sure. He's probably going to go now.
Come to Brisbane. He'll help us.
No, dude, he wouldn't go there.
Yeah, what?
He wouldn't go to Brisbane.
I reckon you could
No,
think
he
about
doesn't. He doesn't like Brisbane.
it. He doesn't like Brisbane.
He hates Brisbane.
Hates it, dude. Hates it.
He's literally the Queensland coach.
No, but he's
not the
but he
Queensland
hates
coach.
Brisbane.
He's the Australian
right?
coach.
Brisbane's one part of Queensland, mate. But see, that's the Brisbane mentality. It's just the Brisbane's everything. It's just like, no. And that's why Mal hates Brisbane so much.
All right,
He actually loves Sydney.
Yeah, no, he does. He
Lives in Sydney.
yeah.
Man.
In Canberra. I can't work that part out, but he does.
No, don't look into it.
I'll be living in Cronulla soon.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
They won't want you.
No.
Well, they're going to have me. I've already got a place ready
Nah,
to
they
Mansion?
wouldn't. They wouldn't want you.
go. It's not a mansion.
How many
How many-
cars can you get in your carport? Is it one of those?
Did you get the 10 car or the 12 in
Oh
the end?
my god! We
you
actually
get the one that, like,
moved
lifts your
out to
Porsches
Cronulla
up
because it
off
was
the ground?
cheaper.
But did you get the 10 or the 12 in the end?
2.
Did you? Has it
Two.
got one of those
Fuck.
like raises up, like so you hide your Porsche in
No.
the roof?
Must
No.
be nice to have a car spot.
It's a unit, and we went out to
Is that
Cronulla
like
because
because
it's cheaper.
big? Like it's a fucking unit,
No.
massive?
It's a unit because we're trying to save money. That's what it is.
So when are you going to Cronulla?
Like literally today, got told it has to be in 10 days. Oh,
So you got to move in 10 days.
Yeah.
'Cause moving is the worst thing
Moving's
you
the
can
worst
do.
thing in the world.
yeah. So
Are you excited for that?
any moving
Think-
companies
well,
that pack everything up want to shout on the podcast?
Think about how many
Let me know.
chopped chips you're going to find around your house.
No, I've been anti-music bar for quite a while
Yeah,
now.
they'll be old ones.
Nah,
Like from your
I
music
mean,
bar.
At yours, in your heyday, right? At your zenith, how many were you doing a day? At your peak.
At least 6 or 7.
At the peak of your powers.
Yeah.
And
pick
you
the
were
powers.
stacking them though, weren't you?
Yeah, he stuck them.
You were stacking
No,
them.
I'd
he'd
stack
unwrap
them and
them
carry
all.
them. No,
He'd
I'd
unwrap
just stack
them
them and
all.
carry them.
He'd unwrap them all and stack them.
Have like a
I'd unwrap them all. I would stack
burger.
them, but then they'd sit there as a stack, and I'd eat one at a time.
Over what? Over how long?
Or like it might be like 3 at a
What were,
time.
what were your splits? What do you reckon
Yeah,
your
yeah.
splits were like?
Like
for
3 maybe
Bars per
3,
minute.
4.
Bars per minute.
Bars per minute. Oh well, fuck, you're looking at least 3 bars in a minute.
You're knocking off 3 bars.
3
inside
bars
a
in a
minute.
minute?
Well, oh, okay, 2
Jeez.
minutes. 2
Right,
minutes. 2 minutes.
Kobayashi.
That's quick.
Yeah. Well, it's like 1 bar to me in my head because it's all together. Like
So
I
you
don't
stack-
stop.
So would you eat it? Would you
one-
eat a mega bar or one singular bar?
one singular bar, but I'd eat it and then straight to the next one. I don't sit and like
Any
chill for a
liquid?
bit.
Any water?
You're washing it down. It's a choking hazard if you go too hard.
I can't really remember that detail. I don't recall washing it down.
Did you ever film yourself eating them?
No.
Do you ever like watch? Do you ever like search on like YouTube or whatever? So it's like porn sites, like people eating muesli bars. Is that like a thing you'll just go and watch?
No.
Are you sure? It's all right
yeah.
if you are. I was just
Man
interested in it.
bars up. Get it?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get a man bar into you.
Okay.
Man swallows bar.
That'd be good for an ad. Let's ring Uncle Toby's.
Yeah.
So got a great ad idea for you.
Yeah. How many bars do you swallow?
Well, bloke in a bar. Bloke swallowing bars.
Bar and a bloke. Okay, let's get to our tips, boys. Dragons, Warriors. Dragons paying $2.75. Warriors $1.45.
I think the Warriors, but I'm actually quite drained from the humping my state received last night. So, like, I feel like I'm suffering from aphantasia. I don't know.
A Warriors, for sure.
Okay.
100%.
Well, I mean, I love that Ben Hunt's bailed as well. I know we haven't touched on that, but that's just so funny.
Well, what are your thoughts on the Ben Hunt situation?
Let the kid go. Free Ben Hunt.
Let the kid go.
Free him.
Free him.
Reem?
Yep.
Do you know what he's like? He's like, it's like that documentary Blackfish, like where an orca's locked in a fucking pool, where it's like it needs to be in a bigger pool. It needs to be free.
Well, it needs to be in the
It
ocean.
needs to be in the ocean. The Dragons are SeaWorld, Ben Hunt, an orca, and every other club in the whole fucking competition is the ocean, and Ben Hunt needs to swim in the ocean.
He does.
I hope that made sense.
Yeah, sure.
I don't want his dorsal fin
To get all
going
floppy
limp.
and sad.
Yeah.
Right now his dorsal fin's floppy and sad.
So he's got a sad dorsal
Yeah.
fin.
And he's drowning.
Well, it's happy right now. He just won another
He's
state of
drowning
origin.
trainers in the pool. No, he's acting out.
He is.
Dolphins versus Eels.
Probably the eels.
Probably the eels, but
That's
I'm going
it.
to say the fish just because I like the vowel.
Not much passion in these tips, boys. Feels like you're defeated.
Well, we are defeated.
We have been.
We've been defeated.
Literally defeated.
Panthers Knights.
Panthers.
Panthers.
Storm Manly.
Manly.
Manly in a big win.
Broncos Titans.
Bronx.
Broncos.
South Cowboys.
South. So I'll have to go south.
South.
Yep.
Roosters Raiders.
Raiders.
There we are.
Was that the high energy end of the show you were hoping
That's
for?
exactly what I mean. It's poetic.
We've put in a pretty good shift today, though.
Yeah, we
Oh,
have.
fuck. Hey, no complaints.
As,
No
as New
complaints.
South Welshmen, we've stood up.
You've turned up.
We've stood up today.
We put in
You
a
kept
pretty.
your feet moving.
Well,
we did keep
we
our
kept
feet
our feet moving.
Well, we actually didn't. Not when we did our podcast. We were laying down on the couch.
Well, I actually haven't moved my feet at all. But if you were to use the equivalent, which would be to keep my mouth moving, I've done that.
Yep.
I've kept the mouth moving, kept the tongue activated.
Yeah.
That's podcast lingo.
I've kept the vocal cords just pounding away. Shout out my vocal cords, actually. They've put in a fucking hell of a shift.
huge stint.
If my vocal cords could play rugby league for the state, we'd be win a chicken dinner.
Yeah, well said.
All right, give Breaking the Yips a follow, Hello Sport a follow, Punters and Dribblers on Facebook, and as usual, I'll go and fuck myself. Thank you.